Hello guys, this is Anish Vidya with another rig improvement, and first of all I want to tell you that my rig is now cheaper. It is $25 and it is a very reasonable price, so please don't tell me anything that has to do with changing the price. Yeah, so first the new improvements you can see already is that I've improved the mesh deformations. Like you can have there are two more bones here, so it's more control, and the main improvements are mesh deformations and stuff. So let me get to it. So click on this thing. This is basically what you can the mesh deformation, so you can change the type of fingers you like here. And then we have the stretch and the whatever. If you have this UV whatever problem, you will have to change that, and then you can even make it so it looks like he's just stretching out his arm. So this gives a lot more control, and trust me, it comes in handy. I'll show you a way you can use it. And then you have wrists and the other side, and then enable bounds, which is a new feature I came up with. So what this says is it locks it into one area, so you cannot move it outside this area. And so you move the control, it still works. I have come up with two methods of doing this. One is using a constraint, and the other is using Xpresso. The Xpresso one is a lot more complicated and takes out a lot more. It has a lot more lag. So what you can use this wrist and whatever feature for is, say you want to animate him touching the ground. Say he's doing like a split or something, and say you want him to touch the ground. So select that, enable the stretch, not enable it, but let's just stretch his leg out a little. Maybe if you like, you can add a little bit of that. It's looking so it looks like he's stretching out, and then add a look with, so it looks like he's pointing down, and then that looks like he's going to slide something, and that looks like he's putting his foot on the ground. So, and then we can always move it a bit forward because it looks kind of weird like that. And yeah, this gives you a lot more control over the mesh deformation, and it doesn't take much of a hassle to do it. Undo. Same for the head. If I can select it, okay, head, stretch it out and stuff, and yeah, okay, yeah, everything else is the same. I've added two more layers, so you have the controls and materials. What this is for is when you go into the animation setup, say you have all your stuff here and you want a new character to animate, and you have to you just go into this layer and you click on that thing, and it offs it from your animation layout, plus from your grid, your objects manager, and your materials, so it looks like you don't even have the grid. And say you're done animating him, and you don't want to see his controls so that you accidentally don't move it or something, you can always off it like so. And say you don't want to see him at all, just off that. And if you don't want him to be rendered, that, and yeah, and then other is basically the deformations and stuff. Yeah, quite a bit. And then improve the visual selector, so we have two more here. Not much of improvement, but yeah, it's done. And yeah, so there are two. I made another. Thanks for watching, guys. I had to cut it off there because I messed up in that in the showcase or whatever you call it. So thanks for watching. Downloads in the description. $25. If you want to help me out, buy a new computer and produce faster and better quality animations. It would really help for it. And I could also then sell my rig for like $5 or $2 or even free if I get a new computer. yeah, so thanks for watching and bye.